Yo, 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 it's your boy, David Odemchuk in the house. As you guys know, if you've seen any of my videos, I have reviewed some really nice cases on this channel. I mean, we're talking leather cases, silicone, wallet. Heck, I even once did a video review reviewing all of Apple's new cases for the iPhone 11 Pro. And today, we got a special one. It's from a fellow YouTuber, EverythingApplePro. He's got slightly a few more subscribers than me, insert sad music here, but he's also in the phone case game. So let's go, what we got? I feel like if there's one phrase I could put on this case would be thought out. You know, maybe that's because I follow EverythingApplePro religiously, so I've really got to see the progression from the prototypes to the molds to the delivery of this case. But one thing I just really feel about it is just it's so thought out, every detail of it. Heck, I remember the first time I put this case on, I thought maybe this wasn't right, or why does it feel like this, or why is there that little bump there, until I started using it. Until a week later, I realized, hey, there's like a purpose for every aspect of this phone, and I really appreciate that. So let's jump into a slight unboxing, kind of see what you get, starting with the crystal clear case. And I almost kind of feel like this is the standard one from the Rebel series. You have obviously the case itself, we'll get to that last. Got this nice little cutout, this like, I guess if you can't afford an iPhone, I mean, this can be your iPhone, and here's your case for it. Wah, wah, wah. Okay, moving on. Okay, from the inside, you actually get a screen protector. I didn't realize that, but this is a front screen protector. It even has his logo on it. Nice little personal touch. Do love the branding. I mean, it's everywhere. You just see that R everywhere you go. So super cool. You got a microfiber cloth and a dust sticker thingy, and then this is kind of cool. I wasn't expecting this, but this is actually for the side of the iPhone that isn't covered by the case. We'll get to that in a good bit later. Before we get into the different features of this case, I wanted to go over the different flavors offered, starting with the clear. This one will be the most seamless, transparent. I was actually getting ready to clean it off when I realized I kind of want to show you know, the fingerprints and stuff on it, because this will be the most fingerprint magnet of the bunch. But at the same time, you're getting that gorgeous Apple logo shining through. It's going to emphasize the color of your phone. So I kind of really see people with the iPhone 11 series loving this case, because, you know, that series has so many different colors. Now, moving on to the next step, and that is the frosted. So the frosted is just that. It's kind of like the clear, just a frosted. I kind of got a personal side note on that. You see this situation I got here with the very openness. I kind of have my front entrance door frosted out, because I'm in a building with the condos upstairs, so they think I'm the leasing office for some reason. So I frosted that out to take care of that right quick, and I kind of feel like that's the vibe this gives, where it's kind of like in the background type of deal. Last is my favorite, and when I went to go look for the name on the case, I couldn't find it. I was looking for the Rebel carbon fiber series, because that's clearly what they're going for here, and it's hands down my favorite. It ain't carbon fiber though, it's just called the Rebel series. So yeah, interesting. I just figured you can call it carbon. I get it's not carbon, but you know, it looks like carbon and it makes you feel like carbon. So, okay. I am somewhat of a car guy. I've owned a few Lotuses in the past, so that might be a reason for my draw to this. I remember asking my wife, and she wasn't too crazy about the carbon one. She did like the clear and frosted most, which kind of represents her personality a little more, the frostedness. All right, guys, time for the main event, and that is the placement of the phone, the marriage between the two. I'm super excited for this right here. Okay, not really. I've had the cases for a handful of weeks. I've learned that the best thing to do is to put it in from the top and then clip it in at the bottom. Reason for this is because you have smaller grooves at the bottom, clips in easier. Okay, let's talk about some of those details, thought out details that I mentioned before. And you know, if I could take myself back to when I first got this thing, I remember putting it on, I was just like, whoa, there's a good bit going on. What's going on? In other words. And I remember this groove at the top and bottom, and I was almost like, why do that? And then I realized, well, you have to slide to unlock your phone or go between apps, and that's the reason for that. And so important that it has that. And then it's got these lips, because if you're like me, you love putting your phone down face first so you can just admire the beauty of the phone itself. And speaking of which, I think with the clear case, that's where that's going to really shine, minus the fingerprints. But even with the carbon, super clean, super nice, and super protected. So that's really cool. Another thing I noticed was like, why do they have these little grooves right here on the side? Like, why not just make it nice and smoothed over? And then I realized, I don't know if this was intentional. I'm guessing it was, but you know, if you're taking a self-timer photo, it holds the phone up nice and flat. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily, you know, trust it in that position for too long, but cool that it has that. You also get the lips up in the back. Not quite sure I personally would have did that. I guess, you know, the bump up it already has from the centerpiece would have been enough for me, but once again, if you want to keep that longevity of the phone and avoid the scratches, super cool that it has that. Not a big deal. I just remember when I first got it, I was just like, I felt those grooves and took a bit away from the clean aesthetics, but you know, I get why they did it. You know, they weighed out the pros and cons. On to the main event, the elephant in the room. What happened to the sides? They're like completely gone. There's a reason for it. And I think this is where the case gets its name from. I could be wrong, but this is where it just becomes a rebel. I mean, it takes a world of no phone cases and super productive cases and just marries the two and has a baby, and this is what happens. When you're holding the phone, I mean, this is literally why you buy this case right here. You're holding the phone and there has no bulk. There's literally no bulk added. I mean, it's as if you're holding a naked phone. Because with a normal case, you know, you get that extra, probably 5 millimeters if you count off both sides of width that you need to spread out. And I got the regular phone, let alone the Max model, that is even thicker. So that's literally the #1 selling factor about this case. And because the sides are so well protected, the truth is, you're gonna be fine if you drop it. Heck, they even give you the clear strips that I was talking about earlier from the unboxing that you can place on it. Now keep in mind, if you're switching between other cases, not these other, but other cases in general, that's gonna cause some issues. So me personally, I didn't even put those strips on, but you can if this is gonna be your one and only case, which I wouldn't blame you. With a price tag of $29, I think the carbon version, Rebel version, is a bit more. I'll have links to all of that in the description down below. I don't believe they're on Amazon. They should be on Amazon, and even more so, this case needs to be at the Apple Store. I could just see it flying off the shelves because, I mean, this just goes to a wide range of people from, you know, protective to not really caring about protection but liking that more minimal feel. And with that said, I mean, it's literally my favorite case that I currently own, and that goes with all of Apple's cases. I'm excited to see what the Rebel company is coming up with next. I mean, they've got the version 2 in the pipeline right now. I would love to see more different materials in the back. I mean, I want to see a leather, I want to see a wallet. Heck, some advice, make these back plates interchangeable. That would be pretty next level. Probably a little too much work on their part, but that would be pretty cool. Okay guys, highly recommend this case. Homeboy, Everything Apple Pro, you watching this video, baby, give a fellow YouTuber a shout out. You know what I mean? Them 11 million subscribers, I could use a few of them, you know what I'm saying? Okay, all jokes aside, guys, if you like what you see, make sure to subscribe, hit that like button. I will see you in the next one.